Okay, if you picked pile number 3, Six of Wands, red chanterelle here with this rune, it's definitely about family. It's definitely about being someone who's very traditional but celebratory here. Brings people together. There's a lot of passion. Sometimes I feel like you don't express your own celebrations. People see that you're very happy for them, but you don't take appreciation of what you know here. I do feel like people see you as direct in a very indirect way. It's a communication style that is very delicate, like a panther, agile. People understand here. You're bringing a new foundation, and you're someone who likes achievements, likes to see other people's achievements, I see you like to achieve goals for yourself as well, though. You're not coming across like competitive or cutthroat here or ruthless, or just liking that competitive a little bit in a healthy way. It just doesn't seem like that's you. You're more independent. I'm seeing like very creative, very intuitive, sensitive. You may come across not that way, but it's only because you're selective. You have a rich inner world. You're very connected to yourself here and keeping things in moderation. So some people around you, specifically younger people, feel like you're like, oh, you're boring because, you've moderated things. Whether that's something you learned or not, or how you've always been, it's something that really leads your life, and it's like equal and it's even and it feels good for you. But it's something that people notice a lot about you here. I feel like people think you're very mysterious about how you make your money or what's really important to you. Yeah, like you keep your accomplishments to yourself. They always feel like maybe you kind of want to leave or go away. I'm hearing. Kind of, you feel like the odd one out, but you're not. You give off that impression sometimes. And people feel like there's a lot you feel like they think you could say, but you don't, and they wonder if you have how you really feel about something because they know that you have an opinion. It's like you wear a mask halfway. You can see half of what you feel or how you express, but most of it, the complete picture isn't there for people, so that makes them feel like you're shady. Some people think you're mysterious. You're here to teach a lot of people lessons. You've guided a lot of people here. You've been very patient with people. You've been very determined towards them. Particularly a twin flame. How are people seeing you? You're someone who really is, what you see is what you get with who you are, what you believe in here. People feel like you read behind the lines, and you kind of have this expression sometimes, whether people can see it or not completely, that's very subtle. But a lot of people see that you're just like really focused. So some people leave you alone and they don't want to kind of approach you first because they feel like they'll bother you here. They're not sure and they don't want to feel rejected. And then some people, I feel like the friends that you do have and the friends that, have been really appreciative of you, you're good at having people like as friends, You're a very good friend. You have a lot of compassion and you're just very magnetic. You maybe, just have a way about you. Even people that don't know you very well see you as like someone who's just like very, like their BFF. They just feel really appreciative of the energy that you brought to like even just seeing someone once. You're very down to earth. A lot of people would want to be your best friend. You have strength. It's like you deal with a lot on your own. Like you're very independent, and most people know that it's like you do it on your own. You might take an equal amount of time away from people you know, so it might be balanced, and that can kind of, maybe people don't understand that or get kind of jealous that you have that ability here. But you're very compassionate towards yourself too. Like you feel comfortable being on your own. You're not someone that always needs to be around people, but it's not like you're totally adverse to company. But you definitely want to have, you know, pure connections. It's really not important to you anymore to have someone to go out with here. They really do have to connect with you in a heart level and values level, and, you know, be respectful and kind of be at the same place that you are in terms of your growth. So people see that and maybe want to be your friend, but they know that, you know, that you wouldn't take BS, and they haven't grown. Some of the people in the past might have, you know, oh, they're just whatever. So they kind of left you and burned that bridge down and thought, and now they're seeing like why things were the way you were when you were. But yeah, you're someone who just really stands out here, and you're very secretive about how you make your money or how things go. They don't feel like it's anything bad, but it's just like they wonder like how it's going and how you continue to keep on with a certain way. Like they're wondering how they can do that almost. Like they kind of watch, but you're someone just feels like you're very grounded. You're very chill. You're very grounded here. You don't judge people. People feel like when they look in your eyes, they don't feel like this like sense of judgment or like jealousy. They just see something more neutral, really. Anyone else that doesn't feel that way is really just jealous or something's going on with them. But yeah, you just seem like you're very even-keeled, you know, mature. You really make do for now with things if you need to. A lot of people feel like you're like their soulmate or twin flame, and you'll really like, yeah, you'll really check people, and you stick out. And I got this one meant for me too. So people really feel like you inspire them, and they need to be together, whether it's like someone who feels that way as you as a friend. So it's like Spirit's just saying, you know, keep your eyes open though, be discerning to people. Not every friend is, you know, even if they have genuine intentions, you know, and values, you know. And some people may be insecure around you because of the way they feel like you're more attractive than them, or you're more put together. So people feel like, oh, I'll look worse, you know, and it triggers their insecurities here, where they feel like you would judge them. If there's insecurity other ways, there's projections that are not you, but they put on. But I also feel like some people feel like you're lucky or you're happy-go-lucky here. I would say it's a small few, though, because people don't really see you out too much. But when they do, you know, you're out a good, healthy amount, and you're very, like, social and open for the most part, and they understand why you'd have trust issues. Some people say there's, like, betrayal and trauma and stuff. And you're open about stuff. So it's like, even if people try to bring that up or try to bully you, you'd be like, I don't really care, because this is something I address. I have, you know, changed, or I'm bringing awareness to and understood, you know, whether it was something that, you know, you felt ashamed of and people made you feel like you should be ashamed, or bringing in a new opinion that people haven't heard from you before. So, but I see that, you know, you're cautious too. You're very cautious too, and you're strategic. Sometimes people think that you don't jump on opportunities quick enough, that sometimes you make do for too long when you really should kind of move forward stronger. But people feel very empowered by you, because you really help people out, you know, when you do care, and it's important to you too. Like, they feel like you're very artistic, and that a lot of the time people you connect with, you know, that had good experience with you and you mean a lot to these people, are people that you've looked into something for them, something you're equally interested in. So they were obviously that, but it was also like the care and like sharing that you both did within that, and it really brought them good memories and connection, and feeling less shame, or maybe there's some stigma or shame, or whether it was the subject matter, or whether it was something that they hadn't told anyone before, or they didn't know anyone with before, so just kind of reinforced and saw it in other people. So, yeah, some people around you, selective memory, or they may be seeing that about you. But they also know you're very thorough, so I don't believe that they People really want to pin things on you because you have the screenshots. You know, you articulate yourself well, and you're intuitive and compassionate about it as well. Like, you leave room for interpretation. You're a gracious person. You know, you've tightened up your boundaries, though. You've had to, with the root chakra here, in tourmaline, which is a stone of protection. And we have connect here, third eye. Continue to connect with your crown chakra. Some people think you're like a natural psychic or a natural witch here. You have a connection to the spirits or to the angels here. There's some archetypes here. The color pink is coming out. Maybe you wear pink. It looks really good on you. So, wow, criminal. Interesting. Maybe that was in your past, what they think. But either way, there's stigma on people that have committed crimes, because crime doesn't equal morality and real justice in a lot of cases too, right? And people have been pegged against, falsely accused. We have gambler. So this might be energy from people that known you from before, or if you feel like, I don't know, exhibiting this energy. We also have elder, so some people could feel like you are very wise. Volunteer, yeah, like you are someone who really teaches people a lot. People feel like you might have been like this before, whether you're older now or whether you live a different life similarly, or you look a little different than you did before. Like, people think that, but people feel like you were someone who was always like, you know, maybe we're in the pubs at one time and we're like karaoke, or I don't know, but you were just always life of the party, and you were someone who was like, you know, passing people's life. People are like, is this real, or is this a dream, you know, in the best way, you know. Some of you also have a beautiful haircut, or you're someone who's talented in that as well. But your community loves you. All right, one more card here. You have a healthy amount of trust in people and community and helping other people. You don't look at people with suspicion all the time and think the worst of people. You do what you can with boundaries, you know, and what you feel, you know, they could benefit them, like by asking them and being there. We have peace. So you embody a epitome of peace. I'm seeing the swan come out here as well, and the crane. It's talking about articulation, but grace, also flamingo energy here as well as what I'm seeing. All right, thank you so much for watching. I hope this resonated for you. Make sure you subscribe and leave a thumbs up if it did. If you'd like a read, check down below for all that information. And if you feel called to leave a offering, donation tonight, you can always check tonight or today, whenever you're watching. You can look at my profile, and I have my PayPal link there or down below. So thank you for watching. Ciao.